Every morning, without fail, the sun rises. It does not ask for permission. It does not check who is watching. It simply rises, spilling light across mountains, cities, oceans, and small quiet rooms. This act, so ordinary and yet so profound, carries within it a gentle truth. Life offers us a new beginning with every day. No matter how yesterday ended, whether with joy or sorrow, certainty or confusion, today arrives, untouched by what was, and full of what could be. And within that quiet arrival is the simple, powerful possibility of beginning again. It's easy to forget this. The weight of the past often clings to us like morning fog. Regrets echo louder in the stillness before the world wakes up. Memories, both bitter and sweet, seem to have sharper edges when the day is young. But none of that defines what today can become. The sunrise reminds us that we are not locked into yesterday. We are not defined by the mistakes we made, the things we didn't say, or the things we wished we had done differently. We are always quietly being invited to begin again. To begin again is not about forgetting. It's not about pretending that pain didn't happen or that the past holds no weight. Beginning again means recognizing where we've been, honoring the journey that brought us here, and still choosing to take another step. It is the courage to forgive, the strength to rebuild, the wisdom to release. It's about waking up with a heart that says, "Today, I will try again." In this world that often demands speed and perfection, the idea of starting over can feel like failure. We're taught that progress must be linear, that once we choose a path, we must stick to it without pause or question. But that's not how growth works. Growth is not a straight line, it is a spiral. Sometimes we loop back to old lessons, revisit familiar feelings, or face similar fears. This doesn't mean we're stuck, it means we're deepening. Each return is not the same as the last. We bring to it new eyes, a more weathered heart, and perhaps a softer understanding that there is strength in being willing to begin again. It takes humility to say, "I need to try a different way." It takes resilience to say, "Yesterday I fell, but today I stand." And it takes faith in ourselves, in life, in something unseen, to believe that a new beginning is even possible. Yet, that possibility is always there, quiet but unwavering. Like the turning of the earth or the flow of breath. Think of the trees. Each year, they shed their leaves without resistance. They stand bare for months, exposed to the wind and cold, and they do not panic. They do not rush. And when spring arrives, they begin again, not because they forgot winter, but because beginning again is written into their being. So it is with us. No matter how bare we feel, no matter how long the winter of our heart has lasted, we are capable of blooming again. Not by forcing, not by pretending, but by allowing the natural rhythm of life to unfold. Sometimes, beginning again means something dramatic, a new job, a new home, a new chapter. But more often, it's quiet and personal. It's choosing to breathe through the anxiety instead of pushing it down. It's deciding to speak kindly to yourself after years of inner criticism. It's forgiving someone who hurt you, not for their sake, but for your own peace. It's picking up a journal, a paintbrush, a prayer, a forgotten dream. It's stepping outside and letting the air hit your face like a reminder that yes, you are still here. And that matters. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not behind. These are illusions that fall away when we remember that each day offers a doorway into the present, and the present is always a place where new things can grow. It's okay if you don't have all the answers. It's okay if you're scared. Starting again isn't about certainty, it's about willingness. Willingness to trust the process. Willingness to take a step, even if it's small. Willingness to believe that something good might still be ahead. Even if you can't see it yet, there will be voices inside and out that say you can't, that it's too late, that you've made too many mistakes or missed too many chances. Don't believe them. They do not know the quiet strength inside you, the part of you that continues to breathe even when everything feels broken. They do not see the roots beneath the surface, the wisdom, the courage, the hope that have been growing in you even while you've been still. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to begin again as many times as you need. You may have days when you feel like you've made no progress. Days when old habits return. When doubt wraps around you like a heavy blanket. That's okay. Beginning again does not mean you won't struggle. It means you keep showing up. You keep choosing the path of compassion, patience, and presence over and over. You will not always feel strong. You do not need to. What matters is that you keep returning to your breath, to your values, to your desire for something better. The most beautiful beginnings often grow from the most difficult endings. A heartbreak that taught you to love more deeply. A failure that revealed your truest strengths. A loss that clarified what really matters. These moments, though painful, can become seeds. Not because they were good, but because you turned toward healing. Because you chose to grow. Because you chose to keep going, even when it hurt. That, in itself, is beginning again. And maybe, beginning again is less about doing and more about being. Being present, being open, being honest with where you are, being gentle with what you need. The world is loud with expectations, but beneath all that noise is the quiet truth that you are already enough. You don't have to prove yourself in order to start fresh. You don't have to be perfect. You don't even have to be ready. You just have to be willing. Willing to meet yourself where you are. Willing to offer yourself the grace you so easily give to others that imagine waking up and greeting yourself not with criticism, but with kindness. What would it be like to start the day with a hand on your heart and a whisper that says, "You're doing the best you can"? That small moment, quiet, unseen, is a beginning. A reclaiming of space within yourself. A declaration that you are worthy of peace, not someday, but now. Even when life feels uncertain, beginning again is a quiet act of hope. It says, "I believe there's more. I believe healing is possible. I believe in the next breath, the next moment, the next step." And in that belief, there is power. Not the loud power of control, but the steady power of presence, of showing up, of trusting the unfolding path, even when it's unclear. So if you find yourself tired, lost, uncertain, or afraid, pause, breathe, look toward the light, even if it's just a sliver. Let it remind you that this moment, right now, holds the invitation you've been waiting for. You can begin again. Not because everything is perfect, not because you have it all figured out, but because you are alive, and alive is enough. Sunrise does not ask you to be anyone other than who you are. It simply shows up, faithful and free, illuminating the world as it is. Let yourself be like that, soft and strong, quiet and present, trusting in the rhythm of renewal, trusting in the power of beginnings, and trusting, most of all, in yourself.